My guest today is an extremely dangerous man. He is a recipient of Gallantry Award. He has faced more than 4 bullets, and he has downed God knows how many terrorists, how many enemies. Colonel Anurag Shukla, thank you for joining Republic Defense, sir. Welcome.
Thank you.
Colonel Shukla, you have been at many fronts, but today I think I will also, one thing that I forgot to introduce was your expertise when it comes to engineering and technology. So if I may ask you, sir, what role do you think will technology play in this coming when India strikes Pakistan, maybe in military, in Air Force, in Navy? What do you think is the role technology is going to play? Explain it for a common man.
Definitely, I will break down the fact that today the war is not of the man, it is a man with the machine. Yeah. So if you start analyzing the wars since last 100 years, you will find that every war is evolving. And every time you find there's the new technology coming up. See, just 5 years back, if you see, there used to be a tank, there used to be gun. In the recent 2 wars which our world has just witnessing in Russia and in Israel, if you see, there's a drone, drone has come. And drone was actually evolved the word where they said there's something flying above the surface level. But that thing has again evolved to underwater, above the sea, on the ground. So everything is evolving, and so technology is going to be the deadliest thing what we used to see in the movies earlier in the childhood eras when there was a Star War and all that. That is actually becoming a reality today.
So you think India has an outright advantage when it comes to this technology, especially when you compare our enemies Pakistan this time?
Sure, and I want to tell in front of everybody that Indian Army is the biggest organization which is absorbing the new technology. In last 5 years under the mission that Atmanirbhar Bharat, I have been also part of that mission, and I am telling you a lot of industries which has been earlier not present in India, they have been making their presence felt in India, and today their technology as well as their manufacturing unit has already established itself in India. We are producing the new technology within India.
Okay, now if for a soldier, for an army person, we have this background behind. Now tell me something like, often we used to say that like when you compare, when you see an American soldier and then you see an Indian soldier, we had like there was a gap, like be it their gun or be it their helmet or be it the kind of shoes they were wearing. So now this is also one aspect of war. You think we are better placed now than what probably we were earlier?
See, I will say that we were much better earlier also, but only thing is that comparison was never done and should not be done even today. See, all equipments are based on the geography, where we are going to operate. For example, if you see the American soldier with janky gadgets and all those things, that is good for their country and their geography. But if you come back to me and if you see a person, a soldier sitting there in Siachen, minus 30 degrees, so if he is surviving there, that means he is in the best of the Atari and best of the equipment.
Correct.
So we are adopting and we have got the best of the equipment.
Now, sir, when it comes to, now let's talk about like a war situation where your army is going inside or crossing border enemy lines. What you think, how technology helps here? Otherwise, it's also about like your tanks, your soldiers going. Do you think technology has a role there as well?
Obviously. See, just go back 10 years back. Or let's say, if I try to discuss with you 1919 era Kargil war, that time we were totally dependent on the eyes, what we call used to eyes, that was a satellite from the foreign. Now, satellite was not available, satellite signals were not available to us, and on the day of the war, all foreign satellites cut off the feed to us. Today, coming just 25 years ahead, we have got own satellite network in our own space, and today the battlefield is totally transparent. Sitting here in Delhi, I can see a ball in Karachi road. This is the transparency we are sitting in. That is one part. This life is not, technology is not about just visual things. We have got a very sophisticated radars, and radars are of 2 types. There used to be a passive radar and there is a active radar. Active radar is where we emit the signal, and once they come back, that is time we take down the image. But today we have got a very advanced technology, we can say, and with a passive radar means we are not emitting anything. We are sitting here, we are just absorbing the signal. It is called passive signals, and we are able to see deep inside the enemy territory without even giving our presence. So this is a level of technology we have adopted, and it is still, it is already in the forces.
Okay. Now I want to ask you one question, like We have seen images of Kargil where I think the enemy, the Pakistan army or the Pakistan terrorists, you may call them, they were on the higher echelons of the Tiger Hill, and our army was trying to probably like climb up, and that is where maximum casualty happened. And often in what you see in probably war reports and even some movies have portrayed this, that the fact that they could see us better helped them, and that increased our casualty rate. Captain Batra, and there are so many people like they martyred and they made supreme sacrifice. Do you think that with drones and all that technology now, probably that mapping, if at all, if the army occupying, if an enemy army is occupying a post, you send your scanners and your drones to gauge where exactly they are positioned, and then probably...
Sure, obviously, much water has passed under the bridge, as we say. In 1990, whatever technology used to exist, we are much ahead. And why I am saying so, what you brought out very correctly, that anybody sitting on that hilltop has always had an advantage. Yeah. But not anymore. Today, we have got a very precisely targeting weapons and missiles and rockets. Small rockets are there who has got a precision strike capabilities. So, and another thing, we have got a drone, and drone are supported by the very high-tech software where they are able to detect the enemy, and they are able to give us 8 grid reference. 8 grid reference is that a 8-point grid reference of the map where they will be.
So, for example, if I may say these are grids. So you have a 8 grid reference.
8 grid reference means if you got to say one block, one square of a map you are picking up, of that you can divide into 32 parts, and that is how you are able to pinpoint where the enemy is sitting. And that will be taken either by the satellite or by the drone which is hovering around, and those grid reference will be used to be feed in the ammunition, where ammunition will take its course correction on the flight, and it will be able to neutralize the enemy at the precise location. So if those war, that 1999 Kargil war has to happen today, we are in much advantage, and we will not be having so many casualties as we used to have.
Great.
And our weapons are much advanced, and their ranges are increasing every day to day. Now our Pinaka is going to 120 kilometer plus. Our 155 mm has already raised to 45 kilometer.
Pinaka can hit up to 120 kilometers.
120 kilometer and beyond. It started with 40 and it has reached to 120 kilometers. So we are improving every year. Every year we are improving.
So now again a simple question, like we are also, I am not sure what will this, nobody knows as of now. Obviously these are army strategies, that what we will do will go by will this be a military incursion, like full scale war like you saw at Longewala earlier, when Pakistan army had, like they crossed our lines. So this time whether we will cross or we will probably strike pinpointed, like you see Hezbollah targets were eliminated by IDF in Beirut and all, and they pinpointed the exact Hezbollah headquarters and a mother of all bombs that they used to destroy thing and then killing Nasrallah. So you think that probably that we have the my question to you is, let me keep it simple, do we have the technology to locate exact location of that, or probably say, for example, we know that okay, from Karachi maybe this is the distance where you have Dawood, and we can then target it. You think we also have?
Yes, very much we have. Not only that, we have a capability for surveillance, not only the surveillance, but we have got a capability to strike least. For example, there is a 8-story building and we want to only destroy a portion of it or a floor of it. Yes, we have a long range weapon with the least amount of explosive which can go there and pinpoint and just neutralize just a section of the building which we want. This technology exists and it is with the army.
So it's like if the way United States eliminated Qasim Soleimani, the Iranian general, so like they spotted the car that was coming out of the airport, and they, out of like 5-6 cars, they just hit the exact car.
That's exactly technology we are also having.
That's great.
And that is a homegrown technology. You'll be surprised. This is a homegrown technology.
So, and what about Pakistan? It's important to know what enemy also they have.
See, you should know the enemy if you want to really win the war. And definitely we are on the job. We have been scanning all the purchases, all the acquisition which the Pakistani army is doing, and we understand they are much behind us. At the same time, the morale of the army is very low. Their economy is in trembles. So if we are going against a nation, at least we should be very cautious not to discourage our soldiers, but definitely we are against a very small forces. We are not looking for a very big resistance, and they are a very low morale army against us. Definitely, if this operation goes, special military operation goes, it will be lasting not more than 2-3 days. We will be able to achieve our targets.
And you think the Pak army will surrender?
It may surrender or it may not, but what the news is coming right now, if you can see, the border posts are already been vacated, the flags are already gone. So these telltale signs, what we call it, it is already visible. So
and almost every senior Pakistani leader is actually crying for help, and they're reaching out to US, they're reaching out to China.
Exactly. These
they
words
want to avert this war by any cost.
These words are the reflections of the morale of the army.
Okay. We are at a position of advantage, if I may say so.
We are very big nation, very big nation, and they are very small. They neither stand militarily with us, neither economically, and there's no comparison, I must say. There's no comparison. We are much far better than them.
So you see that the technology, be it army, be it air force, or be it navy, we have technological superiority when it comes to like fighting Pakistan.
Yes, definitely. Today we are sitting with a technology where sitting here I can jam the GPS signal at least 1,000 kilometers away. This is the technology we are having, and there are 3 bands, you must be aware, X, Q and Ka. We are able to block the Ka signal, that is 27.5 gigahertz to 40 gigahertz. That is a signal we are able to block sitting around 500 to 600 kilometers away. This is the technology we have got today.
So what you are telling me is that if the political decision is made, Army has the technology to eliminate Hafiz Saeed, Syed Salahuddin, Maulana Masood, Azhar, Dawood, Ibrahim, and even a lot of the list is long, Musa and all that people, that wherever they are hiding or right now.
Army has got a full potential. They are looking for a political will. The day we get an order, the day we get a mission, you have to be very confident on us. We will be able to clear all the obstacles, and we will be able to achieve all the target given to us.
All right, Colonel Shukla, thanks for your extremely valuable time, and thanks for that great insight. Thank you. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks, sir.
Thank you.